So, yes, everyone, hello. So, today we'll be doing chapter 9 Fossils. Turn page number 87. Look at the screen now. As I said, if you want, please take a notebook or a book and write down every point on the screen. Only from the exam, only asking this. As the midterm is near, please study this if you want to get good marks. So, now let's start. Fossils in rocks. Most fossils are excavated from layers in sedimentary rock. Fossils are remains of ancient plants and animals preserved in a rock. There are two main types of fossils. Number 1, body fossils. Number 2, trace fossils. Body fossils. Most body fossils are usually formed when the hard parts of plants and animals such as teeth, bones, shells, stems, leaves and seeds. Next, number 2, trace fossils. Trace fossils are formed from traces or evidence left behind by animals. They can include fossils of footprints, tracks, nests and droppings. How are fossils formed? When the dead bodies of an animal and plants are buried together with the sediments. Over time, fossils may be found together with sedimentary rock. Many fossils are formed when organisms that once lived in a sea or lake. Next, the fossil record. The fossil record documents all the fossils found in each layer of sedimentary rock. It tells us what organisms existed on Earth at different periods of time and helps us to estimate the age of the sedimentary rock where the fossil is found, and also gives us a clue of the climate conditions at different times. Next, limitations of the fossil record. This record provides a brief sight into the past, but there is no gap in the fossil record. Not all organisms from the past have been fossilized. Many organisms may have already been decomposed or been removed from the sediments were disposed on them. There may also be fossils that have not yet been discovered. Fossils in sedimentary rocks can also be damaged or destroyed through the process of the rock cycle. Next, the internal structure of the earth. The age of the earth. Fossils cannot be dated directly, which means they cannot be used to estimate the age of the earth. The age of the oldest fossils discovered does not necessary to tell us the age of the earth. Fossils could only be formed after life started to exist. The earth is thought to have existed a long time ago, before life happened on Earth. Fossil record is incomplete. Many old fossils have probably been discovered as rocks or cycle. There are no fossils in igneous or metamorphic rocks. Next, radioactive dating. All rocks and minerals contain radioactive particles. The radioactive particles can be broken down into more stable forms through a process known as radioactive decay. Radioactive decay occurs at the constant rate regardless of the temperature or climate. Scientists believe that the Earth was formed at the same time as the solar system. They studied this from the rocks from the moon and from meteorites. Now, turn page number 86. The word fossil comes from the Latin word fossilis, which means dug up. Most fossils are excavated from layers of sedimentary rock. Fossils are the remains of ancient plants and animals preserved in rocks. Next, body fossils and trace fossils. There are two main types of body fossils. Body fossils and trace fossils. Many body fossils are usually formed with the hard parts of a plant and such as the teeth, bones, shells, stems, leaves, and seeds. Trace fossils are formed when the trace or evidence is left behind by an animal. They include fossils of footprints, tracks, nests, and droppings. Next, turn to page number 8. In here, we can see how are fossils formed. Fossils are formed when the dead bodies of an animal or a plant are buried together with sediments. Over time, fossils may be formed with sedimentary rocks. Page number 89. Many fossils are formed when organs that have lived once in the sea or lake. This picture shows the formation of a fossil. If you want, you can study it as the exam is near. So, next, in the fossil record, what is the fossil record? What is a fossil record? The fossil record documents all the fossils found in each layer of sedimentary rocks. Next, what can the fossil records tell us? It tells what organisms existed on Earth at different periods of time. The oldest fossil gives us an rough idea of how the Earth is. How old is the Earth is. The record can also help to estimate the age of the sedimentary rock where the fossil is found. Next, page number 90. The fossil record also gives us a clue on the climatic conditions at the different times during Earth's history. It allows us to study specific species have changed since the event. Limitation of the fossil record. Fossil records provide with a glimpse into the past, but there are gaps in the fossil record. This is because not all organisms in the past were fossilized. Most organisms have already decomposed or have been removed by scavengers before sediment settled them. It is also possible that there are on Earth that has been discovered. Fossils in sedimentary rocks could be damaged or destroyed through process of the rock cycle. Next, the internal structure of the Earth. From your research, you will learn that the Earth is a solid inner core, a liquid outer core. The inner and outer core contain mostly liquids and ions. The mantle layer contains the magma. Next, the age of the Earth. There are several reasons why the fossil record does not prove a good estimate of the Earth's age. Fossils cannot be dated directly, which means they cannot be used to estimate the age of the Earth. Next, the age of the oldest fossil discovered is not necessarily telling us the age of the Earth. Fossils could be only formed after life existed. The Earth is thought to have existed a long time before life has appeared. The fossil record is incomplete. Yes, many old fossils have probably been destroyed as rocks are recycled. Remember, there are no fossils in igneous and meteoric rocks. Next, what is radioactive dating? All rocks and minerals contain radioactive particles. The radioactive particles can break down into more stable forms through a process known as radioactive decay. Radioactive decay occurs at a constant rate regardless of temperature or climate. For example, every 5,730 years, half of the radioactive substance, carbon-14, can break down from nitrogen-14. If we measure the ratio of the amount of carbon-14 and nitrogen-14 in a rock sample, we will be able to determine the age of the rock. The figure opposite to show the carbon-14 decays over the years to show the carbon-14 decays over the years from nitrogen-14. So yeah, next 92, page number 92. So in the past papers, they are only asking up to there. No need to study the oldest of that one. Okay, in the notes also they are. So if you need a help, please take a call to this number 077 234 2821. I repeat 077 234 2821. So yeah, so you can call that number if you want, if you need any help. Now, as a tip I will tell you, do all the check my understandings and revisions. That will help you a lot. And again go through your school writing book also. So yeah, that's all for now. Stay safe, goodbye and get good marks on your paper.